Good afternoon. I am Peter. Can you tell me your full name, please?
My full name is Zhang Ling.
Can I see your identification, please?
Here you are.
Thanks. Now, in this first part, I'd like to ask you some questions about yourself. Can we talk about where you live?
I live close to the campus of Beijing Language and Culture University. It is in the Haidian district of Beijing. The building I live in is a 6-story apartment building for teachers.
What do you like the best about where you live now?
The best thing for me is the surrounding area. It is a very quiet place, and the gym is very close. I can do physical exercises whenever I want.
Okay, let's move on to talk about shopping. Where do you shop every day?
There is a supermarket called Wufu within about 15 minutes walk. Normally, I shop there for 1 week's groceries. As for some small things I need occasionally, I just go to one of the small stores on campus. There are a couple right next to our building.
How do you choose your shopping place?
Well, first of all, I prefer a place which is easier to get to. It would be great if it is just in the neighborhood. Then I like stores with a variety of goods, so I can have my choices. Of course, the price is also something I am concerned about.
Do you enjoy watching films?
Yes, I do. I used to watch films a lot. Watching films with friends is so much fun, especially when I finish all my work.
How often do you watch films?
I used to watch films about once a week, but now I cannot afford that. And at the same time, I am also busier with my work. I go to films quite irregularly. Probably, maybe about once or twice a month now.
Do people generally prefer watching films at home or in the cinema?
People probably prefer watching films at home, I guess. Of course, the effect is a lot better in the cinema, but the tickets are too expensive nowadays for common people, and sometimes the cinemas are too far away from home. So it is easier to just stay home and watch films on TV.
Now, I'm going to give you a topic, and I'd like you to talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes. Before you talk, you'll have 1 minute to think about what you want to say. You can make notes if you like. All right? Remember, you will have 1 minute to prepare. I'll tell you when the time is up. Can you start speaking now?
Definitely, the person in my family who is most similar to me is my mother. Many people have told us that we look alike, and I also notice a striking similarity between us. My mother is of average height and on the thin side. She has short, thick black hair and she wears glasses. I don't wear glasses now, but I used to. She has brown, sparkling eyes and a round face. My mother is a kind of person who can welcome anyone and make them feel at home. She really cares for people and is willing to open her home to them. Sometimes she is a bit fussy about being organized and having a clean home. I have a similar personality to my mother's. I love to care for people and enjoy helping them out. I enjoy welcoming others to have dinner with me, and my friends always tell me all their problems. Like my mother, I'm also sometimes upset when my home is messy. But I don't think I get quite as upset as my mother used to when I was a child.
So, we have been talking about your family, and now I'd like to discuss with you some general questions related to this. What is a traditional family like in your country?
Well, give me 1 second. I'd say that a traditional family in China is the one with 3 generations living together under one roof. Elderly people in China are not used to living alone by themselves or staying in nursing homes, and their children won't let them do that either. So they always stay with their own children and help with raising their grandkids. And at the same time, it seems that the grandparents also have the highest authority over the house.
What are the advantages and disadvantages of a traditional family?
The advantages, I think, are that it is easier to take care of each other while living together, and a big family also brings a feeling of warmth. Of course, there are some disadvantages as well. First of all, it is not easy to get along with each other since everyone wants his own way. Then it is extremely crowded because most of the families have limited space. And old people may feel lonely too while the kids are all at work.
Would you consider your own family a typical traditional family?
No, I wouldn't say so. Although my grandparents love us very much, they wouldn't choose to live with us. Back in their city, they have lots of friends and former colleagues to talk to. It is easier for them to have a life there. I myself also stay in my own apartment, although my parents live very close. My family is kind of loose geographically, although we do care about each other.
Does the government have any policies to deal with family relationships?
Any policies? I'm not sure about it. Some policies are to encourage people to improve family relationships. For instance, some families are chosen to be model families, and sometimes they even get a bonus for that. But as for some big policies to improve family relationships, no, I don't think so.
That is all for the interview. Thank you. You may leave now.
Thanks. Goodbye.